Hello. Hello. I'm here. I am. I'm late. You know, uh, it wouldn't matter if I put 4:30 or 4:20 as a start time. I would be late. I had to go down to the first tiny city and do laundry, and I had to buy water because I don't have any water, and the water up here is hard water. So I don't like to use it for cooking, drinking, you know. And then I have a bad back, which after 4 years of being a caregiver, yeah, I have a bad back. So, takes me a little longer, but I'm here. And my name is Lucinda, like it says down in the little box there. And today is usually a show and tell where I take my time and we chat and we learn from each other. And I'm still going to do some of that today. But I decided that I need to do a clearance today. Because I took time off after my father died. So, and it'll be my mom's 3-year anniversary, the 26th of this month of her passing. So I was a caregiver for 4 years. And after Dad died in March, I took a couple months off. And I've been back into it. And the economy has changed. And items that I'm bringing are great items. The prices aren't bad, but they're not moving. And this is the only way, this is my only business. So I'm trying to figure out how to work smarter, not harder. Yeah. I'm one of those people that, I talk off my sleeve. I just say things, I share with you my business plan, my life, whatever. And I'm okay with that. I feel like this is a space where we all come together in our love of vintage, in our joy of being in a community. And I'm not just, all business and get her done. So in working smarter, not harder, and in needing to be able to afford to buy new inventory, I do have some new inventory that you still haven't seen. But this older inventory, it's got to move. So anyone who comes in today, it's a clearance. So things are going to be pretty cheap. And I'm probably going to go through a lot pretty fast. And I don't do recaps. So, put in, it's going to be a starting bid, not a buy it now. Starting bid. It's going to be not the price I paid, but probably pretty close to it. And I've got a whole smattering, low end to high end. Okay. So, y'all, I do what every other YouTube reseller does. I bill through pirate ship. No, I always say that backwards. At least recently, I bill through PayPal, invoice through PayPal, and I ship using pirate ship to save you a third. I do 2-week build boxes. This is the end of the 2 weeks. Now, additionally, I'm in having this clearance sale today, which anyone who's here is fortunate. I couldn't figure out how to change my title on YouTube. I struggled with it for about 40 minutes this morning and then gave up. I am not having a sale on Monday. I need to go over to the big city and take care of a bunch of business over there. And so there's no sale Monday. So today is like Monday, Friday combined, if you will, right? So we're going to get going. If you're new to me and you bid on something and you win, I need your YouTube name, your real name with shipping address, and your PayPal email by tonight, or that item goes back into allowing someone else to claim it at another sale. Any questions? Ask me in the chat or send me an email. if you see an item and you'd like to purchase it, you'd like to offer $2 less, and you think that would be acceptable based on your knowledge of prices and your knowledge of me, send me an email. Doesn't hurt. Okay. Start at what? Now, I don't do lists and create all this stuff. I literally, this item I am going to be losing money on. I literally pick it up and put in the price. And we can still chat about stuff a little, but I want to try to power through because this is all stuff I've showed in the last month, and I need it to move because I need new inventory. But if I don't have the extra cash, I can't, right? Makes sense. I think y'all understand that. So this starts at $35. This is less than I paid for it, but it doesn't fit me, and I no longer can keep every single thing I love just because I love it. This is a creamed spinach bakelite bangle. It's a really nice one. I love plastic. Any of you who come here regularly know that. I collect plastic. This is a beautiful creamed spinach bakelite bangle. If you know anything about it, you know that this is I paid $45. I paid $45 for this, and even that was a very good price. Creamed spinach is one of the more desirable bakelite. It does not go over my hand. I'll give you the dimensions. I am a 7.25 wrist. This says 2.5 on the inside, but it's curved. If it was really 2.5, I could get it over my hand. So I am going to say that this is, and I was told it was a 7.25. It's not. I would say it's a 6.5, which is a lady's small. It's a really beautiful piece. And it's $10 less than I paid. Think about it and get back to me. This is the last time I'm showing this piece. It's going to go into that personal collection unless someone pops in and decides that they are interested. I hope everyone is doing well today. Okay, this is going to start at $9. It is probably 80s to 90s leopard print or panther. No, panthers are all black. Leopard print. Gold tone cuff. This is indented, kind of like honeycomb. It's really nice. It's very well made. There's the inside. $9 starting bid. It does not have a maker's name. And, I mean, it fits me, no problem. Starting bid of $9. So 7.25 to a high-end lady small, 6.75. Starting bid of $9. It's a really nice cuff bracelet. I always want to do Power Rangers show cuffs. And I love that it's indented like this. It really gives it a lot of character, if you will. Okay, $9. Going down. Going down. I'm moving through it today. Okay. Start. And I don't usually. And if anyone pops in who knows me or who doesn't know me and wants to ask a question, say hi, ask me how I am, any of that, that would be great. the chat moving helps my algorithm. And if you have questions, ask me. Ask away. These start at 19. I do hope everyone's well. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot going on. It's a stressful place, and I find my vintage world to be not stressful, and I appreciate that. This is sterling silver. There's the 925. So that to me means the toggle closure is sterling silver. Is the metal wire that these are strung on 925 sterling silver? I doubt it. These are varied colors of cream, white, light pink, and shiny beige or copper brown pearls. They are real pearls. These ones, the lighter ones, are not dyed. This likely is. These are vintage pearls restrung on this wire. Probably it was originally on cotton thread and it broke and someone saved it for us. I appreciate that. I'll show it to you on Dolly. $19 is a really good price for pearls. Pearls are in right now. They're hot. I could throw this up on eBay and ask $40 for it, but I don't want to sell on eBay. I am considering starting to list all of these on Knickknacks and or Whatnot, both of whom I'm a member of. And I've just, when I was a caregiver, never had any time to list there. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to start doing that because if I can't make sales work here, well, heck, I'll take the fees and make it work there. Why not? Okay, so this is, sorry, brain blip, 9. It's about 18 inches long. It's really pretty, 18 inches long. So that means that it would come down to just about here on me. A really nice length. Great in the summer. Yeah, go look up the price of pearls. They're trending. Pearls seem to be one of those things that's like an on again, off again. They're hot for a while. And then in terms of like the fashion world or what's trending, right? And then they're out and then they come back. And, so I'm just saying that to say that and let you all know that in case you care. I personally just like what I like. And it doesn't matter if it's trending. I'm very eclectic in that manner. I like what I like. I think a lot of us do. I think that's why we're drawn to vintage, right? Okay, moving on. Welcome in. This little thing is $4. It is from anywhere from the late 30s to the very early 50s. Red, white, and blue. Tiny little pin. And this one says, I am little, but oh my. And it's tiny. These were, there's a whole ton of these out there, all with the same red, white, and blue configuration design with different sayings. I don't remember the company, but it's enameled It's in fantastic shape considering it's 70, 80 years old. It's about 2/3 of an inch around. $4 start. Yeah. Okay. Batting 1,000. See, this is why I'm doing a clearance. And I don't know. This is like my only business. This is, and I put a lot of thought and a lot of time and effort into this. But I'm unsure what I'm going to do if the economy carries on like this. I may do 1 day a week on YouTube and load everything else up on Whatnot and Knickknacks. Because, yeah, I don't know what else to do. Now, this starts at 15. It is a beautiful lucite sand dollar bangle. I do not know the age of this. Cannot tell you. There's no maker. I can't find any like this. I love it. To me, this just reminds me of the beach. Sand dollars. It is a brown with this swirled white overlay over the brown and then a large clear coat. It is wide. It's probably almost 1.5 inches wide. It's in excellent shape. And it doesn't quite fit me again because it's curved. I bet the dimension is 2.5, but it's curved inwards. So again, this would be a 6.75 or a 6.5 ladies small. Remember, I don't do recaps. So if you come in late, put your speed on 2 times and brr through and drop in the chat that you're interested in some particular item or not. But I do. You could see the mound I have over here. And this is what I'm going to do this Friday and next Friday. And based on the results of what sells and what doesn't and how much does and how much doesn't, I'm going to have to start looking at what I'm doing. I need a working business model. And I used to sell, every time I came on, stuff sold. I am very unclear what shifted other than the economy in general. I mean, that's a thing. But yeah, I don't know. So these are fabulous. And I will tell you, I can tell that they're homemade. At least that's what it seems like to me, because you see how that earring back is just a little crooked. They were very well worn. The gold is just starting, the gold tone is just starting to mellow a little bit. They're clip-on earrings. The edging is really fine. The wire, really well done. And I have to tell you, you see the whites in there? I'll show you one. I'm unclear. I have one person now. I'm unclear if these are, let me show you how it's see-through as well. Oh, you can't really see that. Well, no, you can't really see what I'm seeing. A little bit. I'm unclear if these are plastic, Bakelite, or amber. The workmanship is really well done. It's not even. So that kind of makes me think of the war, like 1940s. Yeah, I don't think you can see all the varied colors. I'm gonna I haven't showed these in a while. I'm going to see if it glows at all. No, it doesn't glow. So that takes me back to presuming they're plastic. But see, you can kind of see there's just all this color variation. And if these don't sell today, and it doesn't look like they're going to, I have a feeling nothing is. I'm going to finally do a bake light test on them. I think they're really pretty. And like I said, see, and even here, the wire wrapping is off center. Doesn't quite meet correctly. So I think these, I think they're probably Bakelite made during the war. They're about 1.5 inches long, and I wish you could see the depth in there that I see. Okay. Starting at 12, they were just a very good price. How is everyone today, y'all? Anyone? I'm going to put these over here to test. Anyone who is here interested in anything in particular, I'm doing a clearance. I'm not doing a sale on Monday. I'm doing a fast sale today, clearance. And again, next Friday of items I've been showing for the last month. In the hope that you all are actually interested in something and that something actually sells. I don't know. I truly don't know. Okay, these start at 3. Like I say, it's mystifying. I have more subscribers now than I did in March when I took a break. And my prices are the same, yet I'm not making sales. Don't know. I love these. Starting at $3. They're just acrylic, white, with the little hanging chains and the little balls on the bottom. Now, this one only has 3 of the balls. The chains, there's 4, but it's missing one of the little white plastic balls. However, I didn't notice it when I bought them. I didn't notice it till I brought them to you. And I don't think anyone else is really going to notice it. They are silver tone. They are pierced. They are 1970s. Let's see if I can. I'll do it upside down. There you go. 1970s. I really like them. Again, though, I like plastic. Yeah. About 1.5 inches long again. Maybe almost 2 inches. And the chain, the silver tone chain, is really nice. With the little silver filigree. $3 start. Y'all. I know there's lots of choices. And I'm literally just picking up what's over here and showing it to you as I pick it up. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this might be about my 10th item in 24 minutes. I need I'm going to start inviting people to come sell with me and See if that makes a difference. See if having someone to bounce back and forth with would be more entertaining, if you will. This is for this, probably 1970s, maybe 1960s. Articulated, it's upside down. Articulated plastic made to look like turquoise. Silver tone, floral bracelet. It does have that little bit of scuffing that happens to starting in the 70s and 80s. Companies would start making a little bit cheaper metal, and it would get that little bit of tarnishing, pitting, if you will. Now, when it's so everything on a computer shows every little thing. If we were like not looking at it under such bright scrutiny lights, you would not notice it. And it's just normal wear and tear. And I think these plastic stones are gorgeous. Baby blue, and they really went out of their way to make it multi-colored to mimic a real stone, and no one is going to know that it's not. Here is this, and it's a small Noelle. Hello, Noelle. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Well, I've seen you in other chats bidding on things, and I've seen your I was browsing through Instagram, which I don't do very often anymore. Browsing and looking at your collection and just, being gobsmacked. So, Noelle, it doesn't quite fit my wrist. So I just want you to know that it's a lady's probably 6.5. Probably a lady's 6.5. Here's the inside. And it's cut in an oval as well. Yeah, Noelle. No, everyone meet Noelle. Noelle is Noelle and her jewelry collection. Envious. I am. Fair warning, you'd have to go 17 or higher. Anyone else? Last call. I know there's a lag. I also know I'm moving fast, so forgive me. Sold to Noelle. Thank you, Noelle. I really like this one, so I'm glad that you do as well. Yeah, I do. I like it. And I bet you have stuff that will actually go with it. Oh, Noelle. Yes, I'm trying to pare down my collection. I'm trying. I don't know how well it's working, but I'm trying. Thank you, Noelle. Okay. This, I'm gonna, this is one of the most beautiful plastic bracelets. I mean, I've seen a lot of them, but this is special. I think it's incredible. I have a giant bowl full of plastic bangles. Can't keep them all. So what are we looking at here? I think this might be what I paid for this. This is this beautiful, it's a dark blue. And so I'm going to hope that it's showing up on YouTube correctly. It's like a end of the day slag, but in plastic. It is random cuts, random design. See the white? Again, was this made during the war, right after the war? It's got a seam, so probably right after. You see how they did that? And let's see. You see that? There's the purple, but underneath is a little bit of a red glow along with a green. God, it's so hard to show this. Let's see. Try it over here. There you go. Look at that. See that? It is like slag glass. See how there's the green? Yep, the green lights up. It is really fascinating. I love this. And in fact of the matter is, if it doesn't sell today, that's it. It's big on me. This probably is a 7.5 and I'm a 7.25. See how it's longer than all my other bangles? This one looks like it's the same, but it's not. See? I'm going to keep it because I've never seen one like this. So no one buys it today. It's mine. And I'm going to put it aside to keep it. There's just something, I've never seen a slag glass lucite carved like this color blue bangle. So, okay, it's going over there. Thank you for looking. All right. How about this? Let's do this. Noelle, is everything going well with you? Are you in safe weather? I mean, I think your area has been part of the area that like all last week was just going crazy. I mean, I just kept watching like Ryan Hall, y'all, the YouTube guy, was on like every day, day after day after day, with just horrendous storm and wind and tornado damage across state after state after state. It was nuts. Okay, this is beautiful moonstone pink and white necklace. If you know Thermoset and Moon Glow, this is beautiful. This was definitely restrung on wire from vintage 1950s Japan beads. I love it. Here's the clasp, gold tone. Doesn't really matter. I wonder, what is my dog doing? Here it is, and they're graduated sizes, the white. Tug, what are you doing? Tug. I don't know, my dog is doing something weird. Sorry, y'all. And it's a nice long one. It would go with what I'm wearing. And these are very old Italian pink abalone artisan sterling silver earrings that someone gave me. This would go with this outfit. Yeah. And I love Moon Glow plastic. So, and does it glow? I don't think so. No. No. But it's at like the 1950s. Thermoset beads, Moon Glow. Pretty. Start at 26. Okay. Going back in the bag. Sorry, y'all, but I do put everything in bags and keep it that way for both for me to be able to store it and also so that it doesn't get ruined as it sits in my bins and bins of jewelry. Because what would be the point of that? Oh, good Lord. These start at Still trying to figure out what my dog is doing. 18. These start at 18. Thank you to anyone who's here. I believe I brought these at about 28 last time. Let me see if I can and then make it lower there. So these are early 50s, although they're screw back. So I don't know. I've never been able to figure out. I need to do a deeper dive. I don't like that color. If that dates them, I think that there were screw and clamps in the 50s, although this may be entering towards the 60s. So there's the back. There's a pair. They are chandelier earrings. And like I said, last time I brought them, they were almost double this price. Look how long they are. Too instant sexy. And this almost looks like a crown. They call them chandelier. There's 5 strands here. Yeah. Look at that. And let me just prove to you that there's 2 of them. And you can see what they both look like. That's important. Absolutely perfect. Look at all the shine. These are high end. I have no idea why there's no maker. I've searched more than once because I feel like there should be, but there is not. Whoop, whoop. Pretty, pretty. And look at the shine when I move. I'd say they're probably 2.5 inches long. Yeah, very well made. And $18 is a very good price for these. Okay, going down. I don't do recaps, so if anyone comes in and you see something or you want to see what I'm bringing, because I don't do previews on Fridays, go back through real quick, put your settings on 2 times the speed, and, take a gander and then drop it in the chat and say, hey, I want that cream spinach Bakelite bracelet, which is about to go in my permanent collection, even though I can't wear it. Or I'm listing it on knickknacks or whatnot because I have to. This is my income. This is my business, and I've got to make a living. Okay. Let me see. What am I going to start this at? This is, I'm doing this on sale, but I still, know how much that is clearance. That is clearance. Let me show you what I'm going on about. Welcome in, friends. So these are, I don't believe that, hold on, I'm just looking. I don't believe they have a maker. Nope. They are beautiful. They are pink watermelon glass. There's other names for this as well. And it doesn't have much of the green. It's mostly pinks and gold. These are the clip-on earrings. And that's not all there is. And then gold tone wrap with little leaves here and down here. Here are the backs. You see how they left it open for the light to come through with the gold coating on the back. These are beautiful. Let me show you on my ear before I show you what they come with. Oh, that's not good. That's not bright enough. Okay, I'm not that ambidextrous. Hold on. Beautiful. They go up on your ear so that you're not measuring down. And they are a little over 1 inch long. Okay, and then what else comes with it? This fabulous. So this is from the 50s. Swedge back. See how far the pin comes out? So this is why I can't believe there's not a maker on here. It's very heavy metal as well. There's no chincing. And I think this, you could put it on a necklace. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is one of those pieces that I'm just like, I want to just put it in my jewelry box and hoard it forever. Really and truly. Yeah. It's a big pin. Oh, I'm wearing the right colors. Somehow I seem to be wearing the right colors a lot for the things I've been bringing lately. Although it's just such an eclectic mix. I don't know how that's possible. So this starts at 38. Absolutely great. I would expect this to be like Sarah Coventry or I don't know. These are really large gold and pink glass. Yeah. And the brooch itself is, and it's heavy. It's heavy gold metal. I mean, heavy. Brooches, even the really nice ones that I sell are so often, they're light. The metal is very light. That's where they would chintz out. This one, I'm sure it had like a hang tag, and I need to do research again. It is 2.5 inches long, 2 inches wide. Yeah. So you get this with the earrings, starting bid of 38. All right. Think about it, y'all. This is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and put it to the side. I'm going to list it on next week. I'm not having a sale Monday, just Friday. But next week, I'm going to close down my eBay store, and I'm going to start taking my stuff that is not selling. It's all going to be down here in my second tier in my cart and uploading it to knickknacks and whatnot. Yeah. Move it on there. That I just have to pay a fee, but that's all right. It'll work out. Okay. I appreciate you all for being here. There's a lot of places you could be on Friday night. So thank you. This is the lowest I've ever brought this. I've had this since I started selling on eBay, when eBay first started in 2001. It is, some of you probably seen it. And like I said, this is all the stuff I've been bringing in the last month. It is, where's the actual, here we go, device. It is lucite, black, and white. The black is very shiny. The white has bubbles in the beads. This is plastic, but it looks like real crystal. It's just so clear and beautiful. And there is little silver tone spacers in between. And it feels so nice. I've had this so long because it was one of those items when I stopped selling. I was like, yeah, I don't want to get off of it. So, and here is the clasp. No maker. It reminds me of a certain maker, but I'm not going to say the name because I don't know enough to be sure to say it. I'll show you how long it is on Dolly. I'll give you a quick measurement and I will move on. I don't do recaps. I think this would sell on Whatnot or Knickknacks really fast. Based on that, it comes down to right here. So pretty. It's probably about 20 to 22 inches. I would say it would come down to right about either here, about here to here. Yeah. I've never seen beads with bubbles like this in it before. And this clarity and this, it's meant to look like onyx and I don't know what, and crystal. And it does a really good job of it. Again, this must have had a hang tag on it originally. Okay. And does it glow? I mean, if it's... No, but the bag sure looks like it glows, which is just bizarre. My organza bag. Look at that. See, the organza bag is white, and I put this on, and it turns green. Well, that's just weird. Okay. All right. So this is going to the side since no one's interested, and I've shown it more than enough times. It's going on knickknacks. Okay. Let me take my glasses out of that bowl. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for looking. Anyone has any questions about, how I'm dating things or why I think what I think or, ask me. Let me know. Okay. This is going to start at 34. This is the lowest I've brought this. That's as low as I can go. It is a, you know what? Retract, start. And I'm going to give a new start. If I could spell, I would. A new start of 34. Okay, there you go. This is a Joan Rivers piece. Let me show you. The hang tag. Sorry. But this is not wanting to cooperate. At all. There you go. Joan Rivers. It has its gold tone. It has about a 3-inch extender. And it is this gorgeous, really long, lavender purple, hand blown, almost like crystalline beads. All lumpy and bumpy, but smooth to the touch. Each one is unique, has white seed bead or crystal spacers in between. I'm not sure which. There is kind of like a white silver in the middle of the beads. This is so pretty, and it feels so good on. There's a word for this. It's groovy. I only have one person in here, and it's super long. It is super long. I would wager that this is, see, I can put it without the extender over my head. I love this piece. Oh my God. It goes to here. I would wager that this is about 28 to 30 inches long, and it's just delicious. The prices for these are all over the map out there. Anywhere from, 45 to 12. And I don't know how people are coming up with those prices. I know what I paid for it. And whenever I bring this, I think I brought it 4 times. I feel like I'm bringing sexy back. Noel, see? Great minds think alike. Noel. Yep. I was a little hippie. Little punk rocker, little rocker, little bit of everything except heavy metal. And never, like I knew, I grew up in the Bay Area in Berkeley. So I knew, Guns N' Roses. I knew those dudes, a little bit. They grew up in Berkeley, in Oakland, right? This is going to go on knickknacks. Metallica, and I went and I listened to their music when they were like brand new at the little local clubs, $7 ticket, and I enjoyed it. But it never was. There's some stuff Guns N' Roses did that I like. Metallica, there's a few, but it's not really my heart and soul. Nor is the Grateful Dead. Just in case you're keeping track, Noel. Yeah. Okay. But my music life was eclectic, just like I'm still eclectic. I mean, go figure. This starts at 8. Got to keep people on their toes. Got to keep people guessing. Is she a little bit country? Is she, a punk rocker? Is she, what is she? Is she into Neil Young? I mean, and the reality is I'm all of those things. This is a beautiful late 50s, early 60s. I love, just acrylic. I love the way they put the latch encased in the plastic. That was only around. I've only seen it a handful of times. I don't think it was a trend for very long. Maybe it's because it cost them too much. I don't know, but I love it. It is just white with these and the silver spacers. But I would layer it. This is starting at $8, the cheapest I've ever bought it. And it's been in my eBay box. Yep. I stopped selling because I went back to school in 2003. And then I went to school for 10 straight years and got a master's. And I just didn't have time anymore. This is probably 16 inches. So it would come down to right here on me. And I would do the layering thing, right? So if I was to find something else right this minute, I would show you. But I think you can use your imagination where, you would layer a white plastic with a mixed colored plastic, longer, shorter, right? You get the idea. And if you really want to get into the whole punk rock type thing, you could wear it, double it, do the hinge, and wear it as a really cool 2-stranded bracelet. I did that all the time. Yes, I did. Okay, $8. And I really like it. And it's unusual. It's a great, fabulous piece. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to put it aside over here because I'm going to do something with it. Maybe it'll go in my jewelry jar. I'm at 378, I think, subscribers finally. How that happened, I don't know. But if I ever get to 500, I'm still building my jewelry jar. I need to do a short on that because it will be a giveaway if I can get to 500 subscribers with all the rest of my algorithm. I might make $1 a month from YouTube. Don't you all want me to make $1 a month? Okay. I'm going to let this one go. It's been in my box. This is an incredible, made in Western Germany, pink cut bangle. It is on the smaller side. It has very slight wear. It catches the light. It really refracts. I love this. I mean, this is another one. If it doesn't sell here, bangles are going like crazy on knickknacks and whatnot. That they're both owned by District. And these type of vintage bangles are hot, hot, hot. And something like this, if I had it up in a live, which I'm not just going to list, I'm going to do lives, I would probably get 18 to 20. So $10 start is, especially with the made in Western Germany. It, again, is a smaller size. I would go with a 6.25 because it only goes right to here on me. It's a little over an inch wide. And depending on where it is in the light, it's lighter or darker pink. Yeah, this is going to get listed. And I'm trying to figure this out. Let's see together. So this one's, hold on, hard to tell. Oh my gosh, I hate that. There is mostly just the UV light, but the edges have some green, if that matters to anyone. That's beautiful. Okay, so we all know Western Germany, right? Okay, so this is going on one of those other places. Everyone still with me? Anyone staying in here? Or are you just leaving because you don't want what I have? Which, that's fine too. Everyone needs to do and be where they want to do and be. Heck, that's what I do. I have so many reseller friends out there. And, I find new people all the time. And sometimes I watch nothing but, my reseller friends all day long. And even, late into the night, all different people. And other times, I just kind of pass and I watch some other stuff. It just, and sometimes I get stuck on a person and then I move on to someone else. And it just depends what mood I'm in, what I'm looking for. Spending money, depends on where I'm at financially, emotionally, what someone brings and I can't resist the temptation. Okay, this is, I've shown this 3 times now. This is Crown Trafari. I don't know why the light just changed so oddly. It is, but because it did, there. It is this copper brown with gold flecks in the beads, random pattern, thermoset moon glow, multicolored. See how the light ones change from darker to lighter with what are those? I think they're gold tone, tiny, tiny little spacers in between. It is 3 strands. Here's the clasp. I love this. It's very oriental in style, if you will. And let me show you. I didn't know this the first time I showed it. I did not know this. There is a trifari, and above the trifari is the crown. So this is an earlier piece than the ones that had the, so first they did this, and then they did the hanging tags that look like a little key that would be a T with the crown. That came after this. So this is older than that. This is very collectible, very desirable. This is not where you're seeing on the back of that gold. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is not. It is strung on cotton thread. Let me show you on Dolly. Oh, I have it, you know. I have it. I don't know what did I do? Well, I'm not sure. There you go. I would need to unclasp it and do this right, because this and this is about 22 inches, 22, 18, 16. It's beautiful. It looks like tiger's eye. I think that was the point. I think they were trying to make this look like tiger's eye. Early 50s. Maybe earlier than that. Yeah. Okay. Started at 25. So this too is now going to go on a live with me on, I think I can do live on Whatnot. I didn't apply to do live on knickknacks, but maybe I could do either. I'm not sure, but I'm going to look into it. Okay. So unless, the only caveat to that is if someone is watching on the replay and you claim by Sunday, then you can purchase it. Or if you circle back and go through in your speed settings and drop it in the chat and want it now, then you can have it. So I'm saying that for future reference. By the middle of next week, I will have taken my eBay account down, and I will be listing on both and doing selling on both of those other sites. But you can still claim it through Sunday, perhaps even through next Wednesday. Okay. So that when I put it over there and I say that, that doesn't mean you couldn't come in and claim it now or over the next few days. Okay. Just to be clear. Sometimes I'm not totally clear. I try to be. I do try to be. Let's see. Well, heck and dang nation. I've had this for a while. I know how much I paid. And I got one person. I hope I'm not glitching. Am I glitching? There's one person in here. If I'm glitching, I don't have my YouTube on. Please let me know. So this starts at 20. I don't do recaps. And I love it. I'm pretty sure they are Murano beads, but I can't be, 100% positive about that. I've shown it several times. I am now asking less than what I paid. Less than what I paid. I mean, they're Millefiore. So I can't, and here's the back of this one. I can't tell you this is absolutely Murano. I can say it's Millefiore. It's a beautiful heart. It's got this very lightweight gold oval rectangular chain. Then it's got the millefiori beads here. It goes up. I really like this. No matter where it was made, I really like it, and I'm asking less than what I paid now because I'd like someone to enjoy this. The fact that the chain is light makes it so if you have now this is an older clasp, so that's what throws me every time is the fact this is an older clasp. It makes it impossible for me to date, but I would like someone to wear this and to love it. It's not, even though I'm eclectic, it's not quite my style. Although I guess it could be. I certainly could make it into my style. I tend to make anything I want into my style. So it's very lightweight. If you have, like, I have a bad neck, I have a bad back, I have bad shoulders, let's face it, I'm 65. So it fits right in the middle of stuff. So it's, it's kind of sexy. And I would say, again, this is probably about 28 inches to 30 inches long. And it's going to, if no one claims it within the next few days or today, this is about 1.5 inches. I am going to list it elsewhere. Yeah. Thank you for looking. I appreciate it. I have people, it's interesting. I used to have a fairly steady, like there's a little, for those of you who don't know, there's a little eyeball up in the corner here, and it shows you how many people are hanging out with you. And prior to my father passing, I would steadily have at least 10 people in the room. And these days, I have like 1, 3, 6, 4, 1. Like it just changes constantly. And I'm thinking, my God, are people really dipping in and out that rapidly? Like they look at something for 2 seconds and they're over to the next thing, like millennials? I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. Oh, okay. So I've brought, again, at this point, because I'm moving really fast in an hour, probably 20 to 25 items, and I've sold 1. So what that lets me know is that this model isn't really working either. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, Mondays have been buy it now, and household goods, really kitschy, fun, cool, household goods. And I don't know what's happening. Other than the economy sucking, but I gotta find a way, man. So these are awesome. These are awesome. Oh, and I haven't been highlighting, and I know how to do that. So I mean, okay, these start at 18. What's wrong with me? I don't know. Sorry, I should have done that the whole way through. These are cufflinks. These are that incredible foil work. It is not dragon's breath, which is like one complete piece of glass with a kind of way in which, depending on the light, it turns different colors. Dragon's breath is incredible, but it's got that kind of flavor on black with this gorgeous foil work with all these different colors on the gold back. These they remind me very much of Sarah Coventry, but there is no maker on them. So here is one ready to, okay. So see this like kind of bullet shape? And what you do, you put it through your buttonhole down there, right? In case you don't know, because people don't wear these anymore. And then you pop it up like that, and it stays right there as like a cuff link. Your cuffs, the sleeves. These could be ladies or men's, and of course they'd be flat like that, and they're just stunning. I have a huge collection of vintage tie cuffs, clips, and these are maybe I should just do a whole whatnot sale of vintage tie clasps with the box. Maybe the box would be like a giveaway at the end. These are beautiful, y'all. These are just, the colors are outstanding. And again, even the gold on here, the gold tone is done so well. There's no marking. So, I cannot say that it's gold. It's not marked like that. But it has the look of a very low-end gold. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Start at 20. Oh, no, 18. Sorry. So, yeah. Is it right here? Oh, it is right here, but it's covered up in like paperweights. That's another thing. Anyone interested in Mary Mushroom canisters? Those are also, these are going to go with my other cufflinks and over on knickknacks. In fact, I'll just put it there unless someone claims them. Anyone interested? I've shown them. I'll show it one more time. I have the small size. These are the Sears and Roebucks. Let's remove this. Here is the top. And see, it's a mushroom lid. Look at that. And it's got all the dips and things like a real mushroom would have. I have the small size, 2 of the smalls. These are in perfect condition, the smalls. I have a in-between medium that's in perfect condition. They all look exactly the same. A large medium that has a hairline fracture. And then the large that is missing the top. I did a short. It's on Instagram. It's also on my YouTube. And at this point, I'm going to list these somewhere else. They sell for a lot. And you can buy the lids alone on eBay. At this point, I'm asking $20 for the small ones. And if anyone's interested and wants to know about the whole set, you buy the whole set, it would be much cheaper. Please send me an email before they get listed over on knickknacks. Okay, thank you. All right, so seeing as how my plan about bringing things at a very, very low price and hoping that would make a difference, doing like a clearance and hoping that would make a difference in selling, but it's really not. And I've been on an hour and 14. I'll probably do about another 20 minutes. And then, I'm just, if I was selling, if people were talking to me, and if I was selling items, I was prepared to stay on for 3 hours. and just go through my whole basket. So here's this beautiful, like, you could call it a starburst. You could call it an opening flower. It's got so much depth. It's got 3 layers with a faux pearl, starting at 12. Probably with the pin back, yeah, 70s, late 60s, 70s. Silver tone. Here's the back. The pearl is a slight gray pearl. Here is the back. And you see that's slightly bent. So the pin, where is it? It's right here. Does not come out right there. But if this didn't have that slight bend, it would just barely come out, which leads, that's why I say 70s, like early 70s. And it's a big one. 2.5 by 2.5. Really pretty. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah. Ooh. Stunning. It's a real eye catcher. Absolutely beautiful. I love that it's layered. And I don't know, an opening flower? Sounds about right. Pretty, 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 pretty. $12 start. That's a really decent start. Okay. Nobody claims in the next couple of days or in this sale. Remember, you can go back through and drop in the chat what you're interested in. It's going listed somewhere else. Because yeah, so I'll just pause for a minute and say, I'm Lucinda. Hi. 4 years, and I'm 65. Turned 65 on April 20th, 4/20. Whoop, whoop. 4 years of, first driving back and forth all the time, and then, staying at my family home in a bedroom that was comfortable, but the bed was not exactly what I needed I have chronic pain. And just being the mind, body, and spirit of first my mother, then helping my father with his depression, then being his mind, body, and spirit for 2 years, and calling an ambulance, 911, like every 3 to 4 weeks, like living in the hospital, just all the emotional, spiritual, physical stuff. My body's shot. And I used to do bookkeeping. I used to do metric. I used to, run groups. I used to, all these things, right? I can't do any of that anymore. This is what I can do. So I guess I'm just talking out loud and letting y'all know that I'm trying to find a business model that works for me. Now, I used to sell at least once a week with someone else, and I really enjoyed that. And I could try having that camaraderie come back and see if that made a difference. But I think it's more the economy. I think it's, I don't know. Just no. And I'm not, when I say all those things, I'm not saying it so that you'll buy something. No, this is not a pity party. This is not listen to my sad story, so that you'll buy from me. I'm not like that. I'm not manipulative. That is not what I'm saying to you at all. I'm just talking out loud about what is it that I need to do to survive, because I can't survive on air. I have a limited amount of savings, And, I'm only 65. There's something I'm looking for back here, because there's something I'm looking for. That I put, okay, hold on. I have to stand up to get it. I am going to talk to, hold on, let me grab this. I am going to talk to my doctor about disability, but we all know that's almost impossible. And, yeah. Oh, sorry. I know, just like my shirt is all in your face. But this, ta-da, sorry. Thank you for hanging in there. But so I never talk about things in my personal life so that I receive your pity and you purchase from me because you feel sorry for me. No. I'm just kind of, look, I'm the type of person who has a stream of consciousness out loud. And I'm just trying to think of, how to make the income I need for the next 5 years or so to survive. Yeah. So, Noelle. So while I was showing you my shirt, Noelle, yes, I could. I have to find it because I put it over here for stuff to list and do live sales on Okay. Yes, Noelle, I could please show that. I just pulled up something else cool to show you. Yes, and it started at, I think, 38, Noelle. I'm pretty sure that was correct. What's really dumb is I'm not highlighting. When I highlight, then there's a way to, be sure. But I'm pretty sure I said 38 because most of my items have been pretty inexpensive. So these were the earrings. I just love the glass. And again, this is solid and it's heavy. And in between is the leaves. This has little tiny leaves. And this is large raised pieces of glass. Here is the back. Noelle, if you know the maker, let me know. And I'll show you the brooch in a minute. But yeah, I don't talk like that to try to get you to buy from me. I really don't. I just talk because it's a place to talk. So they're about 1 inch tall. They really do go with this shirt. And then the brooch. Lucinda is the maker. I wish, actually, Noelle, that's another thing that I'm seriously thinking about. I used to make jewelry. And I'm thinking about doing that again. Here is the swedge back and the brooch. And I think that you could put a chain if you wanted to hang it through these loops. And let me see something. I think it would hang straight. Hold on. I just want to test my theory out. Yeah. So it's going the wrong way. But if this was on a necklace, it would essentially have movement, but it would hang straight. It wouldn't turn sideways. That's what I was trying to figure out. And look at that. God, it's just so... This is where we talked about I'm bringing sexy back. Noelle is in at 38. Ugh. Do you know the maker, Noelle? And yeah, I'm going to say fair warning. If anyone else is interested, you would need to come in at 39 or higher. It's for this and this. I want to know the maker. I think that was fair warning. This is last call. I think, things like, I'm not even going to say. There's names running through my mind. Okay, someone would have to come in at 39 or higher. Whoops. Sold to Noelle. Noelle, I love these. Noelle, thank you. I love these. Do you know the maker, Noelle? Because if you do, I mean, they're yours. So, but let me know, because I want to know who's the maker. Okay. This is, who is the maker again? There's a maker. And before I put the start price in, I see what I had marked it to sell at. And I've brought this, I've only brought this 3 times, maybe less, maybe twice. And the maker is, hold on. The maker is, I need a magnifying glass, but this is an older vintage piece. So I want to tell you who the maker is. Oh, good Lord. And it's upside down. Okay. Well, I'm going to put in a start. I see what I was asking before. Whoops, that's not right. 36. I will show this to you, and then I'm going to dive into the maker's tag again. These are opals. They are open on the back. So these are not doublets or triplets where they would take 2 to 3 thin slices and put them together, because opals were so popular and they couldn't find the quality anymore. So they started doing doublets and triplets. Let me put a different light on. This is going to be when I have my little office back there, which I'm setting up. It's on a light switch, so I'm going to have to get up and down to do that. I want you to see, oh, here's the back. See the sparkle? It is in there. There's a ton of color. It's not showing. Now you see how it's open in the back? If these were doublets or triplets, you couldn't have it open. Because they slice them and then there's like foil in between and all of that. I want you to see. Do you see the colors? There's some color. Tomorrow, guess where I'm going? To get my nails redone. Wow. 1950s, 1960s. There is a lot of color, I promise you. See, you almost saw it there. Now, let's go back to this dang maker's tag. Lucinda, what? Noelle, what? Did I do something wrong? Noelle, why are you yelling at me? Did I miss something in the chat? Noelle, did I do something wrong? I did. It happens. Oh, thank you, Noelle. I am, though. That's one of the things I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, should I, God, this one's even worse. Ah, there you go. Carla. God, these are a pain in the ass. Carla someone. It's a vintage, highly desirable vintage maker. Carla something. Yeah, so I am. I'm thinking about buying beads, like the old check red and blue beads and some millefiore and whatnot, and making some necklaces and, seeing if people want to buy that. But I'm not really sure. And I don't know that that's worth my time. So it fits my wrist just perfectly. Little bit of play. So 7.25 could be a 6.75. See, and there's the colors. Finally, you can see the colors. They're not like super high like fire opals, but there's a lot of color in there. Okay. Started at 36. So again, and I was selling it, asking for 46. If you look up vintage opal bracelets, take a screenshot, by Carla, you don't need the rest of the information. They'll fill it in for you. You will see how much these sell for. They sell for a lot. That's why I asked a lot in the first place, $46, because they sell for a lot. I paid up for it for sure. Okay, so it's going to get listed if nobody claims it soon. So Noelle, did you have bad storms? Did you survive? Is your house good? Is everything okay? Because it was so bad. Okay. This is plastic. This is plastic. And Noelle, we're all makers, right? We all make stuff happen. We all go out there and get it done in our own different ways. We, make stuff happen for ourselves and for the circle of life around us, which then extends to the whole shebang. Every time we do anything, take a breath, raise our finger, make a sound, Okay. This is now 17. Starts at 17. And I love it. It's got hallmarks, except it's not glass. I think it's plastic. Is it a lucite? It is. It glows green. It's lucite. You see the green up on the black bead? Trying. This thing is so difficult. The white glows green as well. It is just really finicky in trying to show that to you all. But you see how you can see the green and the black? It's because the black has it, and so does the white, but it just doesn't want to show up correctly, at least not from what I'm seeing. At any rate, see behind right there? See how it's green? Yeah, so it's lucite. So I believe this was a plastic takeoff on Miriam Haskell, who did work just like this, only in glass. And it is strung on plastic with a crimp. So I believe this was restrung. This is an older, worn clasp. Here's the extender. Just a little baby dangle. Little baby dangle. It's about 3 inches. And here's the necklace. Graduated size of black with white stripes. I find it beautiful and mesmerizing. I love this. I could see Iris Appel wearing this with her big old glasses in layers. 100%. Couldn't you guys see that? Yeah, she would be rocking this. I could rock this. And I do. I believe this was a response to Miriam Haskell's work. Yeah, because she did beads like this, but in glass. And she was the bee's knees and still is. And there it is. So I would say it's about 18, 19 inches long based on where it hangs on dolly. This is dolly, y'all. And I find it absolutely beautiful if you love your plastics, and it is lucite. And so what they did too, there's a little trick in here. It's black and white. The white stripe is in the middle and off center. See? A little twisted. And then little twisted. You know, each one is individual. And then all of a sudden, look at that. Oh, my nose is itching. Sorry, there's been a lot of allergies going around. And then my cat is shedding. Then all of a sudden, it's white with black stripes in the middle. You don't even notice that until you really look, but it makes it pop. And they get bigger and bigger, and then really large in the middle. See that? Trixie. Yeah, it's beautiful. Here it is without the extender. So right at the 18-inch mark. And if you use the extender, you could take it down to about here. But I like it right here. Yep, and I love that they did that little 3-bead interruption. 17. And yet, so this kind of vintage is really coming back with my daughter's generation. The 35, the 28 to, late 20s to late 30s generation. And so I'm going to just go on over to somewhere else and start listing there. So how much longer? Yeah, about 3 or 4 more items. Even though I have a whole basket here, I don't know. Oh, Noelle. You know what? I'm going to show this. Noelle is here. You probably already saw this, Noelle, and you probably already made a decision as to whether or not you liked it. Sorry. Something is like a cat hair flew up in my nose. My dog also has a really long hair, so his hair flies around. And I'm allergic to animals. So why do I have animals? I don't know. I've had them my whole life. I just take Claritin and wash them and brush them a lot, and the whole deal. So this, oh Lord, it's missing one tiny stone for which, I would take me a long time to find the exact replacement. Nonetheless, it is Victorian. It is incredible. This is lower than I've ever started it before. And so there we are. Let's highlight. What is wrong with me? Could someone in the chat yell at me? Highlight. Because it makes it easier when someone's going back through. Maybe they want to watch really rapidly. And if I highlighted all the prices, they could look at it quickly, see the price, and like just move on or stay engaged, right? I don't know what's wrong with me. So here is the back. See how long? And see how it's cut and the kind of, the drip of the metal, a little clunky, while at the same time being very well done, a thicker metal, all the hallmarks of Victorian. The pin itself, you see how it's cruder and it's very thick. So that's the back. I love this. I didn't realize it was, I remember talking about this. It was not disclosed to me that there was one stone missing when I bought it. See, right there. This is old green glass, probably Czech, emerald green. God bless it. I swear there's a hair in my nose. It's flowers, lighter green in the flowers and darker green in the accent pieces. It's beautiful. I can't ask less than this price. Ooh, I wonder if it glows. It is curved. It is heavy. This is a heavy metal. This is definitely, it's got that, that green. I talk about this when I sell brooches that are like D&E, Juliana, and the Czech glass, it has that dark grass green, like Czech glass. Let's see if it glows. I don't know that green glass necessarily glowed. I see purples, but I don't really think I'm seeing, the green gets darker, but yeah, I don't think so. Now, well, you know what else I notice in doing that? Yeah, this has been around for over 100 years. Right here in the middle of this is a tiny little chip, just a tiny little chip. Not a chip. It's not a chip. That's the wrong thing to say. I can't. Is that the right one? Hold on. Yes. It's not a chip. It's like the slightest of a scratch. And see how they're cut? So it's the slightest of a scratch. So based on that, I will look at this. Started at 38. This would have been like a huge hat pin, a jacket pin. This would have been like your main thing with a teeny tiny pair of earrings, because this would have been the star of the show. So 38, I'll tell you how long it is, and we will move on. And this will go in my pile to be listed elsewhere. 2 3/4, really almost 3. It's pushing 3 and almost 2 inches wide. And it's heavy. That's gorgeous. Yep. Okay. Okay. So that is, unless someone claims it in the next couple days or during the sale, it's going to go on a live with me on Whatnot. Okay. So I lowered that one to 38. So let's do a few more and then move on. You know, I'm putting in stat instead of start. This, I truly believe that I, ow, oh, my shoulder, sorry, that I paid too much for this. And it's a nice piece. It's another one of these pieces. I've shown it maybe 3 times in the last month, and it is going to get listed elsewhere if it doesn't go today. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the Millefiore, all different colors, light blue, dark blue, clear, multicolored, light green, light pink, dark green, dark pink. You see that? I mean, these are, and there's pearls in between. Those are real little tiny potato pearls. Blue, and they're thick, really thick. Red, more pearls, and then this bottom piece, which I find pretty interesting. That's the hanger part. It's probably on sterling silver. Blue, kind of a white blue. Another green, orange, light pink, etc. And a toggle, which is not sterling silver, and more pearls. Yeah, it's a really nice little piece. I like it. $24. The beads would cost you more than $24. Yeah, most likely. Especially because in order to make this, which I don't know if this was a handmade piece, mass produced. I don't know if it's Murano or if it's just Millefiore, because they're all different sizes and shapes of these beads. You would have to buy in bulk and then create this. And me or you, we could not do that unless we were making jewelry, which is something I'm considering doing, just really more for the fun of it, not so much necessarily to sell. So it's worth it. And then the pearls, yeah, it's worth it just in that. And it's a pretty and fun statement piece for someone to say, oh, let me look at that, and look at each different one. Yep. And it was, oh, I'm sorry. It is 20 to 22 inches with this, about 24. And this can go either way that your heart desires. 24. Yeah, I just think it's fun. And again, I don't want to keep bringing these things back if they're not going to sell here, and boring all of you with stuff that, you seem bored by. Yeah, because you're not talking to me nor bidding. So I'll just go list it. Yep. Yet another piece. Okay, so I don't do recaps. Maggie, sorry, my cat is scratching the chair. I'm going to take a sip of water and I am going to ask 2 questions. Number 1, is there anything that anyone has seen in going back, and looking from the beginning to now that you're interested in? If so, please drop it in the chat and ask me to bring it back up. If you have not taken a moment to do that, I highly recommend that you do it now because I don't do recaps. And a whole bunch of these items, because today is a clearance and I'm not doing a sale on Monday, and Friday will also be a clearance. Anything that's not claimed in the next few days from this sale, and similar to next week, and this is the end of week 2 for Build-A-Box, next week will be new, is all going to be listed and sold in a live sale on another platform. So it won't be coming back. So if it's not claimed now or in the next couple of days, that's it. And that's okay. Also, if anyone is here and you're particularly interested in costume jewelry bangles, costume jewelry necklaces, brooches, let me know. I do also have some rings that are not costume jewelry, and a few left that are, and a few other pieces of jewelry that are not costume but are like modern, semi-precious, etc. I don't bring those as often, but I do have them. So if there's something you're interested in and you want to know if I have it, drop it in the chat. I also have vintage marbles that I would sell a dozen for $10. I could put you together a bag of that. And while you're thinking about all of this and maybe doing a quick rewind and looking at stuff, I'm going to take a moment and show you. First, I'm going to show you a book that I do not have for resale, but it's an homage to my father. This was one of his first books he ever wrote. Yep. Extrasensory Perception. This one is the only one I have. This one is goes for quite a bit if you can find it out there in Abe's books or one of those. I got this. I took this out of his office. It's pretty interesting. This was 1975, one of his first books. Now, I do have autographed copies for sale of these two and Altered States of Consciousness, and I think one other, but I just brought 2 examples right now. They are $20 a piece. He was world renowned. States of Consciousness, autographed. This one is not autographed. They're in boxes upstairs. He autographed a lot of books for me before he passed. He coined the term altered states of consciousness, and his book was used and is still used to this day in universities in teaching psychology. And after altered states, he wrote states of consciousness. So these are $20 a piece, autographed by him. And I'm the only one who has any of his books autographed. You can find these for $4 or $5 out there, not autographed. There is no autographed copies except for me. And you never know, there might be someone out there who is interested. And these are going to be listed. This is one of his later, I think it was in the 80s, Living the Mindful Life, a handbook for living in the present moment, mixing spirituality, religion with conscious thought, right? So these will also be being listed by me this summer on like Abe books, rare books, right? Autographed. And on those sites, hit the autographed, I will be listing them at $35. He is known around the world and they will sell for $35, but I'm offering to all of you, because I've been with you for a long time, at $20. So just something to think about. You know, he was bound and determined in his last months of his life to, have my partner bring up these books so he could autograph them for me. He had autographed a few boxes prior to that, but in his last few months, he signed a lot of them. And I'm grateful to him. Okay, let's see about this. Moving on from that, let's do a couple more pieces. Nobody dropped in the chat that they were interested in anything in particular. So, let's carry forward. It is, 5 more minutes. 2 items. I have shown, if you go back, you will see Noelle has been talking to me. No one else. My chat usually moves a lot more than that. And which is fine. There's lurkers. Welcome to the Lurkers Lounge. That's fine. It's okay. I'm not trying to shame you. Not at all. I'm glad you're lurking. But I brought so many items and I've sold 2. So, that's in terms of a business model, that's not a good business model. I'm looking for there it is, the clasp. Here's the clasp. This is a beautiful necklace, and it is a name. $15 is dirt cheap for this. God bless America. Patent pending. Oh, it's whatchamacallit. Yeah, this is dirt cheap. Come on. It's right there. Napier. Yes, Napier. It's a Napier. If you know your costume jewelry, you know that Napier is a high quality maker. Napier, patent pending. It is this brushed gold tone. Each piece is articulated. Look how well they made this. Look how beautiful. Again, you have that just simple kind of, I don't know, railroad track key pattern. I'm not sure what you call it. I love it. It is not a choker. It is longer than that. Napier, I could probably get about $30 for this. Napier has always been, since way before I started selling on eBay, a very desirable name. And costume jewelry, again, I'm looking for the clasp so I can put it on and give you an idea. And no, I have not been remembering to highlight. Classy, right? Summer or winter, going out to a party, casual, tiny little, gold earrings, studs, or you could do hoops, or you could do pearls. $15 for this gold Napier. This is 1950s, right at the beginning of the 50s. Very desirable, very collectible. And the quality is so good that there's just literally no wear at all. And it's light, but it's not light. It's got a little heft. Yeah. Beautiful. $15 is a steal. But if no one wants to steal it, I will list it and sell it. I keep saying list. Honestly, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to list on knickknacks and also go on Whatnot with those same items and do an auction. And whichever one sells first is the place it'll go. Okay, I'm going to show one more item. Don't do recaps. And no one made any suggestions as to what they might want to see. So, yeah, these, you know what? Not even going to show these anymore. These are some of the most incredible green glowing lucite pink encrusted rhinestone hoop pierced earrings I have ever seen. And no one has been interested. They are $25 start. They will sell on Whatnot or knickknacks. No problem. I'm not even going to take them out of the bag or put in a price, but I just thought I'd show you all. Look at that. And the pink stones, these are incredible. I honestly, again, feel as though these might have been made during the war. Yeah. This is the type of stuff that's really hot with the younger crowd right now. I have a huge bowl over here of stuff to start. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think Mondays are going to be when I'm, live selling on Whatnot. I'm just going to slow down and take my time like an older lady can. Instead of these super fast young kids, I'll just have a longer timer and I'll go through the items like 3 or 4 times as different people are coming in and out. Yeah. This I've shown so many times and no one's ever bit. So it's a Czechoslovakian opalescent, like kind of a star white glass with red milk glass. Gorgeous. Starts at $35. I'm going to take it on over to another platform. It's a pretty incredible piece. Just putting it over there as we speak in the bowl. This bowl is small. It's going to overflow. Okay, what's the last piece I'm going to show to you all tonight? Well, I'm going to do something lower end, and this is my last item. Thank you to anyone that has tuning in now, but I have to relax and have my dinner. So, and like I said, I've brought probably 35 items and sold 2. So that's a lose-lose for me. But I enjoy hanging out with all of you. I always do. I mean, even if I don't sell anything, I always have a good time hanging out with you. I generally have people engaging in the chat a little more, and that's always fun. So this is lemon yellow ceramic discs, and just stunning. And then this is lucite with gold foil inside. It has silver tone kind of filigrees. This is plastic. This is definitely older. I've never seen another one like this. I've had it for quite a while. And then this is also plastic, but it's cut in so many places. It has so much sparkle and shine. Here's another one. Look at that. I mean, they just went out of their way. This is unusual for plastic to have that many facets. And then the plastic there. Here's the whole piece. I do not know the maker. There's the extender. It is definitely older. I mean older, because look at the clasp. It's like a pot metal that is starting to, the silver tone is wearing off. So, I mean, this was made probably the 60s, maybe in the 50s, maybe earlier. I don't know. But I love how eclectic it is. Yeah, starts at 16. I've been really surprised that this has not sold. Yellow is like an in color, and it's just so different and so interesting. But no. And a lot of the stuff that I brought you tonight, I brought you at what I paid to it or right up next to it. I really did. And like really, see, there's the green. That just means it's lucite. That's all it means. And some of the pieces that I'm setting aside, I was set to make a profit of like, $4 or $5, do a cost average. But that didn't happen. So in 2 hours time tonight, I got to hang out with all of you and show you some of my lovelies and make $10 or something. I don't know. But that's all right. It gave me ideas for doing other things, and that's always positive. So this is a really neat and fun piece, and I'm going to bring it on over to the younger crowd on the other platforms because I think they'll snap it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's over here. There's so many things over here. All right. So thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I know I did a surprise clearance. I didn't announce it. I tried to, but the YouTube app was not letting me update the title of my thing. I don't know. I just don't get it. Hi, Maritza. How are you? Thank you for popping in. So, yeah, I've been on for 2 hours. I just did a whole clearance sale. You too, Noelle. Happy Father's Day, Noelle, if you have a father in your life, a husband, a dad, And tomorrow is a huge thing, No King's Day. If anyone is going out, I don't talk politics on my channel. I'm not doing that. If anyone is going out and participating in that this weekend, all I want to say is be safe, be smart, be peaceful. Okay? I totally believe in freedom of speech and in the right to protest. I am not saying anything about what party I'm with. None of that. I never will. I just want people to not get hurt. Okay? So if you're watching this on the replay, everything is available till maybe Monday or so. Please show the $35 brooch, Noelle. The $35 brooch, Noelle. 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 I think you meant this one. Okay. Yep. I think you've seen it before, Noelle. I do. Although I probably was asking more. So, hey. Sorry, you guys. Hold on. Hey, you guys, stop. I know you're playing, but not right behind me. Sorry, that's my animals. So, that's why I didn't bother to take it out of the bag, because I know you've seen it before. So, see the opaline glass? See how it has 6 lines that come down to a point? to make the glass do that opaline thing and really pop, and then see the back. Really good puddling. It's got all the hallmarks, and it's just got a cheaper, swedge back. It's very heavy. I'll tell you that. It's very heavy. Here are what I believe to be red milk glass. And then it's got these small opaline glass on the sides and this one in the middle. Kind of like a random 4-leaf clover. It doesn't see the different shades, the opaline glass. It doesn't show so well on camera, and I think that's been the problem. It just, outside, it really shows all that different variations. It's kind of showing it here, but I think it shows better in person, and that's been the problem. And it's a big one. Oh, Noelle, you're interested. Okay. I swore that you had seen it before, and that's why I didn't bother, because I felt like if you had been interested, you would have snatched it up before. So thank you for asking me, Noelle. See, Noelle knows what to do. It's a smidge over 2 inches in diameter, a smidge over. And I'm going to put fair warning. Thank you, Noelle, for asking me. I appreciate that. That's what I was asking everyone to do. If anyone else is interested, you would need to come in at 36 or higher. And smart choice, because it is going to, it was going to go elsewhere. Well, it was never coming back. Last call. And it's heavy. This glass is heavy. Okay. No one's coming in higher at 36. So my good friend, an incredible jewelry collector, Noelle, it is sold to you. Thank you, Noelle. Okay. So I am not having a sale on Monday. I'll see you again Friday with another round of clearing out stuff. And next week will be a reset to week 1 of 2-week Build-A-Boxes. I will start invoicing out Sunday or Monday for this last 2 weeks. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you're watching on the replay, you can claim through to about Monday before I start creating listings and do a sale on whatnot. Thank you. Be safe out there. Happy Father's Day.